You are hurting one of your largest buyers, one of the largest importers, one of the largest customers of American food industry, that's China. The big problem for the United States agricultural sector right now is that in the past, if a country was having a big disagreement on trade policy with the United States, it still needed to continue buying corn and soybean and wheat from America because it didn't have any other options. Today, there are many other options, and particularly one, and it's Brazil. Brazil, over the last 40 years, have transformed itself into the supermarket of the world. That is a role that the United States used to play in the 60s, 70s, and all the way into the 80s. The damage is done. Every time that you scare buyers, the buyers are looking for an alternative, and they will have very long memories. Japanese soy importers still remember the very brief trade embargo imposed by the United States more than 50 years ago on soybeans. And that is half a century later, the buyers still remember that. Once you open that door, you cannot put it back. It has been done, and I think that the damage is done.
As far into the future as we can foresee, the agricultural economy of the United States is very, very dependent on access to overseas export markets. My uncle, who lived about a mile from where we're right now sitting, was one of the first American farmers to go on a trade mission to China in the late 1970s. And back then, we didn't sell any soybeans to China. And since that time, we've grown our export market to China from zero to being the biggest export market. And until our recent trade disagreements with China, we got up to the point where it wasn't yet 50%, but it was closing on 50% of all U.S. soybeans got exported to China, which is an inconceivably large amount of soybeans that are being grown in this part of the world, put on trains, shipped to the West Coast, put on ships and sent to China. And so, we now have a very significant vulnerability to the need to sell our soybeans internationally because we produce way more soybeans now than we possibly consume in this country.
With China and others now looking elsewhere, the U.S. is finding ways to drum up domestic demand. Part of the answer lies in alternative uses, and that's where Chris Boshart, the CEO of Gold Eagle, comes in.
We're about a 3,000 member owned cooperative. We provide goods and services to farmers. So we provide a lot of agronomy services where we'll sell farmers seed, fertilizers, crop protection products to help their crops grow. Our feed group will take farmer corn and grind that, blend that, and feed that back out to livestock. And then our grain division, we take the farmer's corn in the fall or whenever they need us to be there to deliver it.